right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with some breaking news. Twitter Files. Episode 6 just dropped on Twitter.com. Matt Taibbi, thank God, was the one who wrote it, and they just dropped some bombshell, scorching hot, burn your face off straight out of the oven, sun-roasted toasties about the FBI and the DHS and your federal government acting to censor you, acting to destroy you and your life and to limit your free speech. This is plainly illegal. This is plainly against the Constitution. This is plainly against what these people swear an oath to protect, every single one of them. You're working for the DOJ, you're working for the FBI. What's going on here? Well, Matt Taibbi has the receipts. Let's pop on over here and have a look. Here are the new Twitter files. Is this going to be easier to read? Probably. This is the new Twitter files drop. Bombshell stuff. Nuclear stuff. Get ready. Let's read them together. Straight in, baby. I'm reading them live with you. I got the screen. I got the control. I got the joystick right here. Matt Taibbi is ready to go. And I give you, of course, a little bit of context. This is after Elon Musk has suspended, in the wake of still the chaos of Elon Musk suspending these left-wing lib DNC apparatchiks and stenographers. They call themselves journalists. They are not. Elon Musk nuked these people for sharing his real-time location. Tim Pool, of course, saying that Elon Musk is justified in that. Keith Olbermann, completely pathetic loser, is having to tweet from his dog's account, in case you're wondering how beautiful this timeline is. Keith Olbermann, who was banned yesterday, now has to tweet from his dog's account. Just a quick update there. And one of our favorite weepy libs, Ben Collins, temporarily suspended from Twitter and temporarily suspended from his job at NBC News. According to two sources that spoke, the network gave Collins a suspension for being unprofessional to Elon Musk. We're not editorially appropriate. So all of our favorite people getting banned, baby. And Elon Musk is having a field day, along with, of course, bringing back our boy, James O'Keefe. That's a little bit of the breaking news. Now let's jump into what is happening with this Twitter thread. Matt Taibbi, who has been excellent on this beat, former Rolling Stone reporter, one of the best there is, going in hard against the deep state and their sickening roots inside of the FBI. The takeaway here, and we've read these files now twice, I'm going to point you to all of the important data and information. We're going to stop where we need to explain a few things, but the big takeaway here is that Twitter was acting as a subsidiary of the FBI. The FBI was outsourcing their censorship of Americans to Twitter, and that includes accounts that are major and huge and verified, and that also includes accounts of anons, joke accounts, meme accounts. The FBI sitting there reading your memes. I know that's a meme in and of itself, but it's true. The FBI is reading your memes and it hurts their feelings, so keep memeing. Matt says the Twitter files revealing more every day about how the government collects, analyzes, and flags your social media content. Twitter's contact with the FBI is constant, pervasive, as if it were a subsidiary. That's an important takeaway line right there. Twitter was acting as a subsidiary. Let me make sure that we zoom in here so that these are easier to read. Acting as a subsidiary of the United States government. This is because of our contention that 2016 broke these people mentally and physically, and that they set about making sure that Donald Trump could never, ever happen again. And the way to do that was to ensure that the mechanisms of Donald Trump gaining power, was social media by and large, that these mechanisms would never, ever, ever not be within their full control and purview ever again. Look at that little ear cable popping out on the side here, because we just ran in here and rushed. We said, let's get on the air and talk through these. These dropped, less than half an hour ago. So let's keep going. The FBI essentially took over Twitter. The FBI took over social media. You're probably watching right now on a social media site that the FBI and the deep state attempted to take over or has taken over. That's just how these people work. Whatever they cannot control, they destroy. Unless you're watching on Rumble. Let's continue. I digress. So between January 2020 and November 2022, there were over 150 emails between the FBI and Trust and Safety Chief Yoel Roth. There we go. Whoa, these people, 150 emails. My wife and I don't email that much. I don't email my accountant that much. These people were besties. Some of these are mundane, like saying Happy New Year. Others requests are information into Twitter users related to active investigations. Wait a second. What is the FBI doing investigating on Twitter? Why was Twitter, by the way, cooperating with the FBI and just handing over information? This is interesting. Surprisingly high number of requests for the FBI, Twitter to take action on election misinformation, including joke tweets from low follower accounts. The FBI Social Media Focused Task Force, known as FTIF, created in the wake of 2016 election. See what I told you? See what I told you? They created all these. It was the Donald Trump moment. Donald Trump truly mentally shattered these people. And so they set about making sure that they broke every institution that allowed for Donald Trump's election victory, including social media. Swelled to 80 agents in correspondence with Twitter to identify alleged foreign influence and election tampering, blah, blah, blah. Federal intelligence and law enforcement reached into Twitter and the Department of Homeland Security, which partnered with Twitter and security contractors and think tanks to pressure Twitter to moderate content. So, of course, it's wholly and completely illegal for the federal government to use your tax dollars to censor your free speech. You have a First Amendment here. The federal government cannot violate your First Amendment rights, not directly. Now, it seems like they are directly doing it, but what they were doing is outsourcing this stuff to think tanks. A lot of this was outsourcing it to think tanks that were funded by, you guessed it, probably Sam Bankman-Fried and George Soros. It's no secret that the government analyzes bulk data of this sort of purposes, everything from tracking terror suspects to making economic forecasts. The Twitter files show something new, however. Agencies like the FBI and DHS regularly sending social media content to Twitter through multiple entry points pre-flagged for moderation. What stands out is the sheer quantity of reports from governments. Some are aggregated from public hotlines. Okay, got it. An unanswered question. Do agencies like the FBI and DHS do in-house flagging themselves or farm it out? You have to prove to me that inside the effing government, you can do any kind of massive data or AI search, says one former intelligence officer, essentially saying that they are farming this out. Hello, Twitter contacts. The master canine quality of the FBI's relationship with Twitter comes through in a November 2020 email in which the FBI San Francisco is here to notify you that it wants actions on these accounts. Look at these accounts. Look at this. This is the FBI. This is a email address at FBI.gov. They blanked out the email address. San Francisco is notifying you. FBI San Francisco is telling you that you need to action these accounts. Look at these people. Mad and pissed off. Got it. Okay, so mad and pissed off. Malt_Thomas. Jonathan One Wade. From MA. This reminds me of ALX. Could be ALX burner account. Who knows? From MA. This could have been it. This is the sock account for ALX. They got him! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Twitter personnel in the case went on to look for reasons to suspend all accounts. Look at this. These are joke accounts. These are joke accounts. Okay? Just to show that the FBI can be hyper-intrusive in both directions, they also asked Twitter to review blue-leaning account for a different joke. Except here, it was even more obvious that people were joking, that these were jokes, okay? So these people, they're just joke accounts. Anyone who cannot discern obvious satire from reality has no place in making decisions for others or working for the feds, says Claire Foster, PhD, when told about the flagging. Of the 6 accounts mentioned from the previous 2 emails, all but 2 were suspended. They got them all. They got them all. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. An internal email from November 5th, 2022, the FBI's National Election Command Post, which compiles and sends on complaints to the San Francisco field office, has a long list of accounts that may warrant additional action. My God, look at this. Look at this. Look at this email. Oh, look at all these FBI. Okay, let's bounce back here. Make sure that this is, sorry about this, guys. Make sure that we are able to see all this. Look at all these FBI emails up here. FBI, 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 FBI. All these FBI emails up here. The FBI asking for all of these accounts. Can you see them? Let's see if I can zoom there. All these accounts, you know some of these. You know some of these. Did I see Right Side Broadcasting in here? Yeah, there it is. Right Side Broadcasting. We know those homies. We know those guys well. The FBI was directly asking that Right Side Broadcasting gets banned. Billy Baldwin. Oh, man. Don't piss off his brother. Don't do it. I know you got a lot of guns, FBI, but Alec Baldwin, have you ever seen that man on a movie set? Yo, keep your head down. So this was the way. The FBI straight up going after these accounts. Some of them are anonymous. Some of them are anon accounts, right? CAG 2020, 2024. Look at this. Look at Trump 21071777199. This is a Stan account. But these are legit accounts. Dr. Andrew Jackson, Right Side Broadcasting. Agent Chan passed the list on to his Twitter folks. Look at this, Agent Chan. Hey, Twitter folks. Look at this. Look at the way the FBI talks. Look at the way the FBI talks to these people. Hey, Twitter folks. Hey, bitch. Do my bidding. Censor these accounts. I am working for the federal government. Look at this. Elvis Chan up here, working for the federal government. Please see below. Twitter account, which we believe is violating your terms of service by disseminating false information about the upcoming elections. Let us know if you decide to take any actions against these accounts based on our tipper to you, our tipper. Go out to a restaurant tonight. When you're done eating, make sure you tell your waitress they're gonna get a tipper. Also, let us know if we need to issue a preservation letter, as we intend to serve legal process on these actions. Oh my God! Elvis Chan, Assistant Agent in Charge, San Francisco Cyber Branch. They're going after the meme accounts, guys. Boys, they're going after the meme accounts. Look at this. Look at this email. Twitter then replied with his list of actions taken. Note mercy shown to actor Billy Baldwin. Holy cannoli. Look at all these FBI email addresses. Look at all these government email addresses to Twitter. Twitter was simply a op. Twitter wasn't a real company. Twitter was an op. Look at this. Hey, Elvis. Thank you for your patience. We permanently suspended these accounts. Sorry if you're watching right now. And Brett Barker. Elvis didn't want you in the building. Temporarily suspended David. Tweets bounced for policy violations for all these accounts. In regard to your questions about the preservation letter, blah, 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 data to purge our systems, for submitting the same. Well, there you go. There you go. And they're looking for ways to get them all. Got to catch them all. This is really incredible stuff. This is like what? This is just similar to essentially having. This is just Twitter working for the FBI. I mean, there's no other way to get about this. This is just Twitter acting at the behest of the FBI. The FBI asking to censor Right Side Broadcasting. Do you know what Right Side Broadcasting is? It's just ALX can correct me if I'm wrong here. They just broadcast Trump rallies. I mean, there's some commentary on there, but they've really made their bread and butter. They made their bones just broadcasting Trump rallies. They give you a live stream at Trump rally. Great dudes. Many of the above accounts were satirical in nature. Nearly all, with the exception of Billy Baldwin and Right Side Broadcasting Network, were relatively low engagement. Some were suspended. Most with the generic "Thanks Twitter" letter. Right? They got this. Oh, man, we're going to trigger ALX with this one. Here to let you know that, you're done. See ya. ALX sitting here having Vietnam flashbacks, looking at this As Requiem for a Dream plays, ALX staring deeply into this. Who wants to see ALX come on the live here? ALX, you definitely got to join the live. Let me read through this, and then ALX, hop on the live. When told the FBI is flagging, one of the Twitter users replied, "My thoughts initially include 1, seems like a prima facie 1A violation," meaning yes, totally. Holy cow, me, an account with the reach of like 3 amoeba? What else are they looking at? I can't believe the FBI is policing jokes on Twitter. That's crazy. Yeah. What low-T energy, these people. In a letter to former Deputy General Counsel, top former FBI lawyer Jim Baker, sent on September 22, legal executive Stacey Cardilli outlines results from her soon-to-be weekly meeting with the DHS, DOJ, and FBI, the Office of Director of National Intelligence. There you go. Look at all these results the FBI provided. Boring, but important. Twitter executives write that she explicitly asked if there were more impeditions. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. We've had a long day here. If there were more impediments, goodness gracious, to the sharing of classified information with the industry. The answer, the FBI was adamant. No impediments to sharing exist. That means that they're going about banning everyone on every platform. The passage underscores the unique one big happy family vibe between Twitter and the FBI, with the other firm that would be the FBI blithely agreeing no impediments to classified information. ALX, is this 26 tweet thread? Is that the end of the thread? Oh wait, here we go. Okay. Bottom of the letter, she insists there's a series of escalations and raised the meeting. Sorry, guys, we just had to. Interesting. We're having to tweet and then continue to scroll here. Okay. So they continue to push this stuff. Another internal letter from January 2021 shows Twitter execs processing an FBI list of positive violative content. Here you go. So FBI was writing policy at Twitter. Most tweets contained the same "get out there and vote Wednesday" trope that had low engagement. This is what the FBI spends time on. Look at this. Cuomo wants to imprison suspected COVID carriers, force vaccination. Things are powerful. Okay. There you go. The FBI is very upset about this. Very upset. G-men at your door. In March 2021 email, the FBI liaison thanked a senior Twitter exec for his chance to speak to you and the team, and then delivers a packet of products. What products did they deliver? It was great speaking with you at Twitter last night. Here, this is the FBI writing Twitter. I want to flag a few products that were released earlier this week, that may be of assistance to Twitter. Oh, okay. What products are the FBI giving Twitter exactly? What products is the FBI? What the hell? What products are FBI giving Twitter? The executive circulates the products, which really DHS bulletins stressing the need for greater collaboration, greater censorship with private sector partners. The ubiquity of the 2016 Russian interference story as stated pretext for building out the censorship machine cannot be overstated. It's analogous to how 9/11 inspired the expansion of national security state. That's exactly right. It was an op. The whole thing. This was an op. They created fake Russian interference in 2016 in order to destroy social media. And they'd planned on doing it if Trump won or not. Whether Trump won or not. They were going to claim this. And then they were going to come in and they were going to destroy social media. Well, DHS and its products pans permissive social media for offering operational advantages to Russian. It also explains that the domestic violent extremism threat requires addressing information gaps, more censorship. Give us more control over Americans' free speech. FBI, in one case, sent over so many possible violative content reports, Twitter personnel congratulated each other in Slack for the momentous undertaking of reviewing them. The FBI was just using Twitter as a contractor to violate your Constitution. I cannot say it enough. Your constitutional rights. There were multiple points of entry into Twitter for government flag reports. This letter from Agent Chan and Roth reinforces Teleprompter, a platform which Twitter could receive reports from the FBI. So they had backdoor entry, teleporter message, teleprompter, teleporter, potato message to get it back into Twitter. Reports also came from differing agencies. Here's an example: bouncing content based on evidence from DHS, etc. Asking them to bounce content, meaning to give it low visibility. State governments also flagged content. These scum. Twitter, for instance, received reports from Partner Support Portal, an outlet created by the Center for Internet Security, a partner organization at DHS, because of course, why not? Why was there no action taken? Below, Twitter execs receiving an alert from California officials. By the way, our Partner Support Portal debate whether to act on a Trump tweet, okay? So they wanted to act on a Trump tweet. There he is, calling him Sleepy Joe. Here, a video reported by the Election Integrity Project at Stanford, apparently on the strength of information from the Center for Internet Security. That's confusing because CIS is a DHS contractor, describes itself as partners. They're still asking for it to be. So they're asking to ban themselves. That's how idiotic these people are. The EIP is one of a series of government-affiliated think tanks mass reviewing content. List also includes the Atlantic Council. Oh, got it. University of Washington Information Policy. The takeaway, what most people think of as the deep state, is really a tangled collaboration of state agencies, private contractors, and sometimes state-funded non-government organizations, NGOs. The line becomes so blurred that it seems to be just meaningless. Twitter Files researchers are moving into a variety of new areas now. Watch Barry Weiss and Schellenberg in this space for more soon. Okay, so there it is, baby. There it is. Here's the brand new Twitter Files drop. Of course, in the onslaught of Elon Musk essentially saying, "Are you having fun yet? Are you not entertained?" So inspiring to see all the newfound love and freedom of speech by the press. Elon Musk. I think this is his last tweet. Let's refresh. Yes. All right. He said kaboom to this thread right there. Kaboom to that thread. So more pain coming for the regime at Twitter of communists. Meanwhile, Twitter usage by real humans once again reaches all-time highs, Elon Musk says. And soon, ladies and gentlemen, the coup de grace. Coup de grace. Coup de grace. I don't speak French. Twitter right now is fire. Amazing. Somebody who has been fired from Twitter is the communist regime that banned ALX. Those people are done. And good riddance. Elon Musk dropped a Moab on them. And ladies and gentlemen, we will bring ALX onto the show right now. What up, my homie?
Yo, what is up?
Okay, so you're reading through these this new Twitter drop. I suppose with every passing drop, it comes as less and less of a surprise that Twitter was being used as an op by the deep state. Your takeaway here, ALX?
Yeah, we saw a lot in the first couple drops of everyone saying, "Oh, so what? There's no evidence that the government was involved. It was just the Biden campaign." Well, now we have 40 tweet thread showing that there was extensive coordination between the FBI, which is a government entity, and Twitter to suppress free speech. So this gets right to the heart of a First Amendment issue at this point, because it's an arm of the government. And it's working to suppress free speech. And, I think it's going to be even worse when the COVID files and the Fauci files come out, because I think the most suppression recently happened with COVID-19 disinformation, so they call it. And that would have came directly from the government as well, and from the Biden administration. So I think this is all tailoring up to that. And I think that's going to be probably the most explosive one of the Twitter files once they release it.
So this is part 6. Can you sort of give us, and you've been responded to how many times in the last 24 hours by Elon Musk? 2,
twice
4,
in
9?
the past, yeah, 2 in the past 24 hours. First, I proposed a new rule change with suspended users to display if it's temporary suspended and how long for. and then also what they did. So a policy. So everyone's not saying, oh, why did this account get suspended? I'd like to see exactly why. And then the other one was CNN losing their minds over free speech and saying, oh, this is dangerous. Journalists are being suspended. Meanwhile, the past 5 years, they said it was fake, that conservatives were being censored online. And it took literally 20 minutes for them to have a panic attack. And Elon replied, oh, so it's bad to have people suspended from Twitter now? So that was the second reply.
Ayo, here you go. It's right here, right?
Yep.
So you tweeted this clip. Let's see. Will this play? Let's check.
I think you just have to hit the unmute, I think. Maybe not. Melting down. He can barely even read the statement. Oliver Darcy, of all people.
Oh, Twitter relies on news. You know, there wouldn't be any news on Twitter without CNN, Alex.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like all of these corporate media journalists, they're the ones who rely on Twitter. Twitter doesn't rely on them. Let's get that straight. And also nobody batted an eye when James O'Keefe or Project Veritas was thrown off social media. We have the EU now saying that there's going to be consequences now. They're throwing journalists off. So it's just bewildering to me how much they could change their tune in like less than an hour.
Oh, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm being told that we couldn't hear the clip when it played. My apologies. We're working on you guys didn't want to hear like human tapeworm Oliver Darcy, hairy human tapeworm Oliver Darcy anyway, but my apologies there. We're working with our tech here at StreamYard and on new and exciting and engaging ways to stream. Get ready for your comments on screen. That's next. We're going to be putting up all the comments on screen so that your comments are part of the conversation. It's going to be great. Here's Elon Musk responding to ALX. So they're saying it's really bad to suspend people from Twitter. That's a good one. It is amazing how they've all changed their tune. Do you think that they're going to report on the new Twitter files? I mean, this is pretty important. Right?
I think they're still going to continue to ignore it and then make the issue still that everyone else is suspended. But I will say this is exactly what happened last time with Kathy Griffin. When Kathy Griffin was suspended right before his middle ground was bringing her back, but also bringing back the Babylon Bee, Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, and then, of course, Trump and myself the next day after that. So he suspended all of those journalists last night. And then today he brought back Mike Lindell, James O'Keefe, Gateway Pundit, and then dropped this bombshell. So it's just kind of funny how he kind of, hints at a big move when he does something like that. And I think all of those journalists will come back in 7 days and it will be like nothing ever happened. But I think it's actually like quite funny to see them all panic though.
Do you think that can we put up Mike Lindell's first tweet back? I think it's up at the top. Mike Lindell, ladies and gentlemen, is back. I think we probably got him right.
Yeah.
Right. James
right
O'Keefe.
there, yeah.
There you go. Mike Lindell. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend is back. What's he say? Melt down the electronic voting machines and turn them into prison bars. Thanks. He thanks Elon Musk, and there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And then now here he's giving Joe Biden a pillow to sleep on. It's too much fun. Has Twitter ever been more fun, Alex?
Oh no, I'm having trouble going to sleep at night. Well, that's the thing. I had a flight this morning to get to America Fest in Phoenix, and I was about to go to sleep, and it's 3 a.m. and I'm seeing a notification from Elon Musk replying to my tweet an hour before I had to get up for my flight. So. That's
Yo,
Twitter has never been more fun,
here,
personally.
here's our boy. Here's our boy back at it again.
Yep.
James O'Keefe. James O'Keefe is himself a journalist, right? But he's like what you would call a classical journalist, like meaning a real journalist, meaning he's
Muckraker.
not a part of the human centipede from Brooklyn to D.C. that does no questioning of power, that simply report out the talking points that they get given. James O'Keefe actually does reporting that make powerful people very, very uncomfortable. James O'Keefe was banned. I don't remember hearing anyone scream about James O'Keefe being banned.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think it's funny too. So Project Veritas did a lot of the Twitter reporting in April, the videos that we tweeted out that Elon saw and responded to, and I think that played a huge role in his decision to actually go through with the deal. Is seeing all of these executives to like talk bad about him, and then also say basically that they didn't care about the profitability of the company and they just wanted it to be woke, and that nobody worked. So I think they played a huge role. So I think it's only right that all of the Project Veritas team gets reinstated.
James has not yet tweeted ALX. We gotta ping him.
Probably,
Come on,
yeah.
James. Come
I
on,
pinged the
dude.
team.
He's a friend of the show. James O'Keefe, we love the man. You were in a room last night with Elon Musk, run by leftist journalists, a Twitter
Yep.
Spaces, right? So these are all the rage right now. It's if you're not familiar with Twitter or if you're not a power user of Twitter, I encourage you to check out this feature. It's called Twitter Spaces. It's like being on a big radio show with a bunch of people listening in, but typically only one person talking at a time, and you can see their accounts. These very powerful and influential people are on there talking to each other and having conversation. It's a really great, engaging format. ALX is sort of the master of this and caught Elon Musk berating people that fancy themselves journalists yesterday. Pretty legendary clip. Can we play it?
Yep, I got it. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, as I'm sure everyone who's been doxxed and would agree, showing real-time information about somebody's location is inappropriate, and I think everyone on this call would not like that to be done to them. And there's not going to be any distinction in the future between journalists, so-called journalists, and regular people. Everyone's going to be treated the same. You're not special because you're a journalist. You're a Twitter. You're a citizen. So no special treatment. You dox, you get suspended. End of story. So
Elon,
ban evasion, or trying to be clever about it, like, oh, I posted a link to the real time information, is obviously that is obviously simply trying to evade the meaning. That is, there's no different from than actually showing real time information.
Okay, so ban evasion, ALX. That's something they said you were doing. Yet here we have Keith Olbermann tweeting from his dog's account today. This like unhinged lunatic. He's reduced to tweeting from his dog's account. Elon Musk brought back Mike Lindell and James O'Keefe, and Keith Olbermann's tweeting from his dog's account. Thoughts?
Yeah, so Elon actually replied to this. I'm not sure if you saw. He said this is the most entertaining that Keith Olbermann has been. He saw it and replied to it, so he knows he's ban evading. That's pretty funny. Same with Kathy Griffin. When she was suspended, she was using her dead mother's account. So these people hate Twitter so much that they can't go. And he already said that it's going to be a 7-day suspension. And Keith Olbermann is resorting to going on his dog's account. He can't even get away from Twitter for 7 days. That just shows how much these people are addicted to Twitter. Even though they say they hate it so much. And then another thing to your point about ban evasion and the fact, and what Elon mentioned about trying to link to these accounts, Keith Olbermann was encouraging people to basically break the rules and says, oh, well, this person got suspended for this, so let's all do the same thing and post a screenshot of exactly what got him suspended. So they were doing it on purpose. And that's the thing. I don't really have sympathy for a lot of these journalists who got suspended on purpose. Same with Kathy Griffin. He warned impersonation will get you banned. She changed her picture to Elon Musk, changed her name to Elon Musk, and she fafoed, basically, as Elon would say. So I don't have any sympathy for people that get like banned on purpose. Just for a news story because they're irrelevant, like Keith Olbermann. So
not relevant at all, and actually being really bad at your job. Could you imagine? Like we're broadcasting. We are literally broadcasting, you and I, like multiple hours per day with barely a script. We just sort of go, right? Here he is having to read his open. He had to type it out. Here he has, look at this. Look how pathetic this loser is. Now I don't think that no one can hear this clip, right?
No,
We can't hear the clip. Okay, so anyway, look at this. Like, he has to have a script. Look at that. You can see the letters. Look at it. This is like size 30 font. You could see the letters. He has to print out his script and read it. How did this guy ever get a job in broadcasting? Actually, he's lost. He's like
podcasts.
I know, he's like been fired. By the way, that's not what you look like. This is the fentanyl version of that. That is not what you look like, Keith.
Oh, he's pathetic now. Oh my gosh.
It's got to bring you great. It's got to bring you great joy. It's got to bring you great joy, ALX, to see this. I've never seen a revenge arc. Joining us now is one of our intrepid producers on the Benny Show, Danny D'Urbina, also a spectacular Twitter account. Gotta file it away. You gotta follow Danny. You want hot, smoking hot news content. You get up and you follow ALX, Danny D'Urbina, then Benny Johnson in that order. Danny, have you ever seen a revenge arc like ALX's?
Well, thank you for that solid intro, by the way. And I haven't. I think once ALX gets his blue check mark, I think that's going to be like the completion of that revenge arc. Well, I think we're getting there, right? I think we're getting there. Twitter
soon. It's in process. It's in process right now.
There you go. Yeah, didn't Elon say like the most entertaining outcome is the most likely? Like this is what Twitter is right now. Like we're just kind of living through that entire phase of the revenge arc.
Danny, you got it.
Yep.
There you go, buddy.
They shut off the program before I could do it to get when I got reinstated. They shut it off like the day before. So
can't wait for the FBI to go after both of you boys. Danny, your take on the new Twitter files dropping?
The new Twitter files. I mean, this is sort of, it kind of confirms what we already knew, right? I mean, we knew we sort of had this like rogue regime in DC that was acting in direct opposition to American citizens, which is pretty terrifying. But it's really good to see someone like Elon Musk using his position of power to sort of expose that corruption, expose that malfeasance going on in DC. And I think this is how, I mean, didn't Elon say like accountability is part of how we get to a better place here? So I think as long as we're sort of just sharing the straight truth like he is, I think we're going to be in a pretty good position going forward.
Can you talk to me about this breaking news tweet? Live footage of Sam Bankman-Fried's prison guards when the cameras die.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten one of those community notes yet, fact checking it. This is a meme, guys. Okay. So this is a lovely video of Bill Clinton just snoozing away at like a football game. And this may or may not be what happens when the cameras go off at SBF's wonderful little cell somewhere in New York.
You guys are like a full decade or more younger than I am. It's got to be wild to be looking out at the digital media landscape and looking and like being able to see sort of the guts laid bare of what would you call it, like internet like 3.0, right? Because you have like the .com bubble crash, then you have like sort of a rebuild, then you have the Trump moment that changed everything, and now it seems like the censorous regime is sort of dying and is making way for something new. What is that? Because it's your generation that's going to build that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a censorship-free internet. Elon is leading the charge, but other social media companies are going to rethink their actions and their communications with outside entities, and rethinking their celebrations, like you saw inside of Twitter when Trump was banned, everyone was cheering. Basically, they're going to rethink what they do and also what they how they act on social media and enforce their policies. So yeah, I think it's the start of a bigger trend.
Danny, what is Danny's 20 or 21?
20.
So Danny will be the person building and demanding better of the next. The internet is built for people like Danny. Okay, the future of the internet is built for and by people like Danny. Danny, what are you looking at for like what happens next? This does seem like a moment.
Yeah, definitely. I think young people have always kind of been like the rebellious ones. Even I mean, now it's sort of turned into like where young people just sort of walk in lockstep with sort of the approved narratives. I think that's changing gradually, and I think as long as young people are able to like tap into their creativity, I mean, the internet is kind of the possibilities are endless, and especially with the free Twitter now, like we can just roast anyone we want, and it's not like we're going to get banned, we're not going to get shadow banned. We can just speak freely, and I think once we have that like premise of free speech agreed upon, creativity just kind of takes over from there.
Can you talk to me about this the creativity of this meme that you made? Here, I see your watermark.
Yeah. I saw Alex try to keep a straight face on that one. Yeah, that's a wonderful meme. You have Laura Logan right there, and then you have Kyle Rittenhouse with good discipline. Let's put it that way, and it just sort of describes what we're living through right now. The media is you hear crickets from them on these media files. But yeah, once they start getting banned for literally doxing people, then they can't stop talking about Twitter. So it's interesting how that works.
So the two of you, and by the way, everyone go follow Danny. This is Danny's account right here. You got to follow it. Oh, let's see. This account is verified because it's subscribed to Twitter Blue. Very embarrassing for you, Danny. So I guess my final question to the two of you is this: like all social media exists to attract your demographic. Again, these young men are a whole 10 or more years younger than me. Okay, at least a decade. If they're not, I mean, I'm slowly being aged out. Like they want to attract you. Like, is Elon Musk doing the job of attracting a young person to come on platform?
I think so, because a lot of young people have to self-censor. If you notice on TikTok, they're very ban heavy. Any political content will get you in trouble. If you talk to any like TikTok influencer or whatever, they've been banned like 4 or 5 times. So they're very turned off, I feel, to like censorous platforms. So if Twitter becomes a hub of free speech and something that they don't feel that they have to self-censor or that their accounts are going to be destroyed. And again, like if it's fun, people want a fun platform and not, oh, I have to control myself. I have to keep everything like something that, isn't going to be fun and boring. I think they're going to be attracted to that, and that's what they're going to want to engage with. And it's going to become like a hangout with friends, like Spaces. That would be a perfect thing for young people to have like a hangout, like a Discord type call with their friends. So yes, I think all of the right trends are heading in that direction.
Danny,
Right.
Pure entertainment.
Yeah, I think the culture is changing at Twitter, right? Before it was like you would go on Twitter and everything you would tweet, it's like as if you just stood up in a room full of Washington Post journalists and just started speaking. And so you did have to like self-censor yourself, self-limit what you would say. And now Elon's completely changing the culture, where you can see right there, Twitter right now is fire. Or make Twitter maximum fun. He tweeted that right when he began his acquisition process. And so I think that just totally changes the game on Twitter. And I think young people especially are going to take advantage of that.
I think that any creator, and you both are creators, you both have powerful accounts. Danny's well on his way to 50,000 ALX, is well on his way to 300,000. Is that this would be right?
300K, yeah, not 270.
There you go, baby. Come on, baby. I mean, it's got to be great for you to look at stories like this and to see that, like, at least so James is back, right? Like, so at least all of your hard work isn't going to just go get deleted overnight. I think, well, why would any creator invest in a platform when you just wake up one morning and it's gone? ALX, of course, you lived this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So that's, like I said, that's a lot of my experience talking to a lot of these people that have started TikTok accounts. Is a lot of them have just given up at this point.
Yes.
And it's sad to see. But I do think that it's a promising trend that, like, other platforms are investing in that style of content. And we've heard the rumors that Vine might come back, so that could be
Mm-hmm.
a competitor that's Twitter affiliated that could recruit a lot of these younger people. So I think that's promising.
Danny, what's your piece of advice for Elon Musk going forward?
Yeah, I think he's kind of doing it right now, right? He's not capitulating to the newsrooms at the Washington Post, for example, right? I think he's putting sort of the people first, and just accounts that may not have the legacy blue check mark. I think he's prioritizing that, and I will say that James O'Keefe is more of a journalist than any of those other CNN journalists that somehow got banned over the past few days. So good to see him back.
Word. And look at this. I guess let's end with this. 1.2 million likes. Have you ever seen a tweet get something that's 1.2 million likes? Oh my god!
And we know they're not bots either. So
yes, that's right. 226,000 retweets. I mean, you're talking like Barack Obama, wins re-election in 2012 level like engagement on this tweet. My pronouns are prosecute Fauci. What a timeline. Hey, King, you dropped this. What a timeline. What a timeline we live in, gentlemen. It is an honor to fight with you for this new world. And I think that we're all going to be better for it. Thank you very much for joining, everyone. As we've stated, Danny Day-Urbina, ALX. Their chosen social media accounts, twitter.com. Go follow them in that order. ALX, Danny Day-Urbina, then low down the list, Benny Johnson. These guys will keep your content feed fresh. Breaking news and great memes. Gentlemen, I will see you at America Fest soon, and Godspeed.
See ya.
Thanks, Benny.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That's the news.